Wanted to talk about one of my newest pieces here. My wife suggested initially that I should create a triptych to try and create bigger artwork. Just for reference, here's some of my other pieces, quite a bit smaller. Yeah, the triptych here, I was trying to go for ways I can create a bigger piece. Pretty excited how it turned out. As with many of my pieces, I'm trying to get a flow from one side to the other with intermingling geometric shapes. And I think that looks pretty cool as they go from one triptych cell to another, but still keep a continuous flow from one side to the other. I really like how I integrated the bigger shapes in the background with the smaller geometric shapes in the foreground, and then adding in the ink work and the darker shades to try to pull those smaller shapes forward. I think that worked out pretty well. I really like this line all the way across and how it bleeds in some places. I think that looks pretty cool. All right, and then to really point out some specific places, let's see if I can zoom in. Okay, without messing up my camera setup too much, that's kind of as close as I can get. But I really like how this these shapes came out and how the line work and this darker shading and then the lack of any lines really makes all of that pop out, and that little piece in the background of this shape, so it really gives some depth there. Let's see, and another one of the places I really like is down here. I think there is a good intermixing of shades and then the vertical and horizontal lines to make the different shapes pop and give them depth. So those are the two places I really think I succeeded well with that. As far as the process, I started off with one piece of paper and added in the larger circles in the background with this watercolor pencil here. It's Derwent Intense Ink, burnt orange. Added that in, and then to get some randomness with the geometric shapes, I rolled dice, and I have a lookup table that converts the dice and the number to a specific geometric shape. So I added those in, and then I added the ink work. Oh, wait. And then actually before the geometric shapes, I went in with throughout the whole piece with some Daniel Smith New Gamboge watercolor paint, did the background, and then I laid the geometric shapes on top of that. And then I came back. Can't see it so well maybe on distance, but up close, these I outlined the geometric shapes. It is an ochre watercolor pencil. And I came back with a watercolor, or excuse me, with water, and then pulled out the coloring in some places. And so it's not quite as vibrant in some of the places because it was pulled out. After adding in all the artwork, I came back and cut up the piece of paper into the three pieces. I then mounted those onto the orange cardstock, and then I mounted that. I don't know if you can see, but these are actually raised with some backing board here for each piece. And so I glued that in place. And then finally I mounted that onto another piece of backing board. And then I cut out a custom frame. This is pine that I then stained. And as you can see, it's like a little over an inch and a half. It was a fun learning process. I definitely learned a different way to lay out my artwork. I hope to have a Shopify storefront up soon so that see if I can find a home for it. Cheers. Thanks for your time.